and happy March. For middle grade March, the fifth prompt is a book you missed out on. So this can be interpreted any way for you, something maybe that was really popular when you were a child that you never read. For me, I never read Anne of Green Gables as a child or The Secret Garden. Oh, I have fallen in love with them as an adult. And then a few years later, I listened to Anne of Green Gables on audio and I was just like, oh, this just... Oh, my heart. I love it. I love it so much. And so if it's something like that, that for you was popular amongst people when you were a child. For me, another one, I never read Little House on the Prairie. That would be one for me that I could read that, you know, is a classic that I missed out on. There's so many out there. So I just, looking around my shelf, I picked some books that I love that I feel like maybe you have missed out on that you should definitely check out. So I'm just going to go through this stack and share a few with you really quick. So Margaret Peterson Haddix is one of my very favorite authors. I just think she's amazing. I love the way she writes, and this series is called The Missing and this is called Found. And I love to go into a book blind, and this is one I really think you should go into a book blind. I still remember when I found the book. This was years ago. 15 or more years ago, I was on a date with my husband and we used to like to go to bookstores, and we'd just both pick out a book and then we'd take our book and we'd go to the cafe and we'd sit and read our separate books together and then maybe talk about it a little bit. And I just love the story about this airplane of children that is just discovered and they don't know where they came from. And so it's about where these children came from. It's such a fun adventure. I think if you have not read Margaret Peterson Haddix, just check out any of her books because she is amazing. Okay, so Kate DiCamillo is also a very well-known author, and there are some of her books. You could just pick one that maybe is a little lesser well-known, or if you haven't ever read The Tale of Despereaux or The Magician's Elephant, both of them have movies. Also, there's Flora and Ulysses, so many great ones. I love this book. I will put in the link below, the one that I did about the movie. It's just so cute. It's one that my sons love. My reluctant reader even loved it, and we read it as a family together about this elephant just magically appears like he's a failing magician as he's trying to make flowers appear, and he causes an elephant to fall in this really wealthy woman's lap, and it ruins his life and ruins her life. And then there's this orphan boy who gets taken in on this adventure, and it's just so magical and heartwarming, and I love it. Okay, so this is one I've never read. I've seen the movie, but Holes is such a modern day classic that so many people love, about these boys who are in a labor camp and they're actually digging holes, and they don't know why, but it's about this treasure, and so you learn this treasure story, and I think it's high time I pick it up and read it. So if you haven't, maybe you should too. Brandon Mull is so well known for his series Fablehaven, and I feel like even Candy Shop War might be more well known than this, but Beyonders is my favorite of his series. I think it is so well crafted, this amazing magical world that these kids are sucked into, and I love the ending of the third book. That's the third and final book. I love the ending. It's just, I love how it all comes together, and it broke my heart, and it's such a magical land of adventure and these unique people and their abilities that you really need to check out if you have not. All right, have you yet discovered Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow? This is one of my very favorite books. It is kind of a school of magic, but first let's go back to the girl Morgan, who is cursed to die on her birthday, but she is whisked away and saved by Jupiter North and taken to Nevermore, where she is put into this secret society where she has to prove herself, but she doesn't know what her knack is and how she is going to prove herself. But Jupiter helps her discover like friendship and her own self with all these other people that live at the hotel that he owns that she's staying at, and she makes friends with maybe some unlikely people, and it's just a lot of fun to discover these kids and their magical abilities, and I just adore it. There's another book coming out this year, so if you have not started this series, you really need to. And then share with me in the comments below what is one I should read that maybe I have missed out on that you just love. And if you enjoyed this video, please take a second to like it, subscribe to the channel, and come back and keep getting more great book recommendations for the kids in your life. Bye.